The legendary spring's already been found? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with episode 5 of Sandland. And yeah, that just like I said in the cold open there, the legendary spring has already been found, and this really caught me off guard last episode because, like I've said before, it's been a long time since I've read the manga. A long time. I read the manga once. I read it all the way through, but it's been a long time. And I'm not going to remember everything. I mentioned that to you guys when we started this journey. That I would not remember everything, that there's going to be a lot that would still feel new to me and feel fresh. But I didn't expect that the entire story of the manga would be wrapped up in like 6 episodes. Because we looked at it last time and there was like 15 chapters, I think, in total of the manga. And the last episode reached up to basically chapter 10. And it's just like, so logically speaking, we'll probably finish the manga's content by episode 6. Where the fuck do we go from there? Just entirely half of the series of brand new content. And that's insanely exciting. Because that means that like half of this series is one of the last new things that Akira Toriyama ever worked on. And we kind of already knew this, but like I had said before, I thought that some of this would be new content, like, you know, additional stuff that was thrown in besides just what was in the manga. But I didn't expect this much. And so we're getting to the point where it's like, knowing that Akira Toriyama did actively work on this and helped with it, it's like, that's just, this is so big for his legacy. And the worst part is that that this series is not getting the attention it deserves. Because, and this was talked about by Jeff Thew on Mother's Basement. He made a video going into this and other shows that were like on Disney Plus and Hulu as well in some cases. But I think Disney actually owns Hulu now. But either way, he made a video going into it, and while I didn't watch the entire video all the way through because some stuff was like, oh, I don't want to be spoiled on certain things, because he was talking about like Undead Unluck as well. The main gist of what he mentioned is like, this for Sandland is that this series, like, yeah, it was one of the last new things Akira Toriyama worked on before his passing. But because it's put on these streaming services that just aren't advertising it, especially Disney Plus, which isn't advertising anything, it's not, like, people aren't knowing about it. It's like Disney, I think he said that Disney Plus made one single announcement about Sandland, but that was like back last year when it was like first announced. They're just not advertising their anime. I mean, they're choosing to advertise, like, you know, the stuff that they feel is going to appeal more to the audiences they market towards. This stuff like, you know, Star Wars and Marvel and whatnot. But when it comes to like the anime, they feel it's like, oh, though, that's just for the Japanese audience. We don't, like, we're not going to market that towards American audiences. It's just ridiculous. And Jeff mentioned in the video, it's like these shows that are really good and deserve all this attention are getting shafted because of it. Undead Unluck is fantastic. And that's a great example of one that was shafted because of this, that just isn't getting the attention because of that. And Sandland, like I believe he mentioned in the video that how culturally important this series is because of it being like one of, if not the last new thing that Akira Toriyama is like actually worked on. It's like it's such a big deal because Akira Toriyama is without question one of the most influential creators ever. So it is to a degree important because of that. And it's wild that an Akira Toriyama work is just not getting that kind of attention. But it's not the first time this has happened, which is really sad. I think I might have mentioned this last time or just previously as well. But one of the biggest name directors in anime is Shinichiro Watanabe, who is behind such hugely praised shows such as Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, and Samurai Champloo. Huge name. And yet when his series Carol and Tuesday came out, it didn't get the attention it deserved, despite being from a huge name anime director. This series flew under the radar for so many because Netflix fucked up its release and everything and didn't advertise it. And it fucking sucks because Carol and Tuesday is, in my opinion, one of the best made anime out there and definitely one of my favorites. My reaction series to that like is still amongst my top favorite reactions I've ever done. So this is definitely not the first time that this has happened. And Sandland's already reaching that kind of level too for me. And it sucks. It really sucks because this is like probably my favorite, if not at least one of my top favorite things I'm currently reacting to. And yet it's getting like no comments, very few views compared to other stuff that, you know, people watch and everything. And mind you, I don't get a lot of views and comments anyway because, you know, I don't have a lot of subscribers and viewers, and I'm not good at if I'm being honest, I'm not good at like putting myself out there. I'm not good at the marketing aspect of YouTube. Never have been. Probably never will be. But yeah. It's those cases where it's like I'm just like always kind of disappointed at how bad this like these episodes do. And it sucks because it's like I'm not gonna stop reacting to it because I'm enjoying reacting to it. I'm enjoying the series too goddamn much. So I don't know what to do in that regard. But yeah, with the last episode, let's go back to that real quick. So the general found out the truth about things and is starting to doubt the military and the supreme commander. He's definitely reasonable, which is always good. And he's more than likely going to turn to our side in the end. But while he has let us go and everything for now, we have found the legendary spring. I say we, but it's like Beelzebub and crew has found the legendary spring. Kind of randomly, like Beelzebub was just trying to escape like the sandstorm and everything, and he just kind of stumbled upon it. But he led the others there, and it's like, it's just right here. It caught me so off guard. The funny thing is, like, I think I remember the bug guys that are in, like, the opening and all. And they haven't appeared in the series yet, which means that they come into the manga after the legendary spring is found. And I don't remember the legendary spring being found this early. Well, this early is, not really true, because, you know, this was apparently near the end of the manga. Still kind of thrown off by that. Just because we're only going into episode 5 here. It just feels so quick. And I know, I understand the manga was short. I understand that it was a very short one-off series. It wasn't even a series. It was a short one-off. But still, it just didn't occur to me that it would go this quickly. And I'm not saying the pacing's bad. The pacing has been great. It's just, it caught me off guard. It's just like, oh, this was a lot shorter than I thought it was, I guess. Mind you, there's still a little bit to go. Like I said, it's probably going to be finished by episode 6, which is next episode after today. So, at least for the manga content. And then there's going to be brand new stuff, which is exciting because it's going to be completely new, completely fresh. And that means it would be after, like, the water is liberated and everything, right? So that's going to be interesting as well. It's basically, I feel like it's basically just going to be a brand new arc, in a way. A second anime original arc for this series. Which I'm not opposed to by any means. It's just, that's wild. I'm excited for it, if anything. But yeah, it's like, I'm really hoping that this gets even more exciting than ever. And honestly, the way it's going, it could become one of my favorite series, just period. So, very excited. And just can't wait to see how I'm surprised today by things that happen. So, yeah. We're going to get into this. We're going to hope for the best. But before we do, I want to remind you all that there is a lot of other great stuff on this channel as well. Every day, Monday through Friday specifically, we have a plethora of awesome content for you to check out. On Mondays, we also do YouTube videos, reactions to YouTube videos. And those are always a lot of fun. They're mainly just donation rewards that viewers and subscribers like you have sent in. But still, a lot of fun to get to those. Every Saturday and Sunday, we have movie reactions. They're recorded during the week, posted during the weekend. Just because it's easier that way. And every Tuesday and Thursday, we're doing Spider-Man 2 on the PS5. A great game so far. Really enjoying it. Can't wait to see more. So yeah, look forward to more episodes of that as things progress. But all of that being said, thank you all so much, as always, for tuning in. And let's get this started. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction because, yes, we do redirect all of our reactions on this channel. And the reason is just because of YouTube's copyright shit. Because of the systems they have in place, just to remain safe, to remain strike-free, keep the channel going. We're just going to play it safe and redirect everything. But on the positive side, this does mean that you all, and yes, I mean all of you, get to see the full uncut reaction for free. No Patreon, no syncing with another video. You just get to see it by going to the link in the description. And after you watch it, you can come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts. And not only will contain spoilers to the episode, but just my general thoughts on it as well. So, all of that being said, once again, as always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so this is definitely got to be getting near the end of where the manga left off, because we're already having a confrontation with Zayu here. We found the king's water supply as well as another spring. See, the spring we found, I guess, is the legendary spring, but it wasn't the water supply that the king was using. The king's water supply is literally just the river and everything that was normally there, just dammed up. So it's like, yeah, only they have access to it. Airships have been banned, so no one can find it, yada, yada, yada. But the spring is a completely separate thing and is currently home to the Peachy people, who, well, the remnants of them, the remaining survivors. And so both Rao and Beals separately come to the conclusion that it's like, yeah, we should probably let them just have this. Like, they deserve it and everything. And both of them have come to that conclusion separately, and it works out great. And Beals like gives the excuse. It's like, oh, I know that's what you would have said, so I went ahead and said it to them and everything. But like, he's a good dude. He's a good baby boy. We love him so much. Like, I'm not even kidding you that he might be one of my favorite characters of anything I'm reacting to right now. I really do love him. So we got the insect men who aren't completely completed. They're being released before they could really be, finished up, and on top of being excessively violent and dangerous, they also have bombs in them, so that's a thing. Which means you could just have them like blown up at any time, which could also cause a very big problem. I'm wondering if Beals is gonna have to like unleash his full power here. I kind of assume he's gonna have to, because that's something we still haven't seen yet, and I'm not remembering at all when that is like shown in the manga. So it's like it's gotta be like around this time, right? Because I don't think he'd need to bring it out for Zayu. I don't remember. But I'm very, very invested in this, like, just more than ever. The insect men, I like how they're just like kind of like generic insect design. It's like kind of like praying mantises, but a little different. It's such a generic ass design. It's like, oh, this is what an insect is, just generally speaking. Despite the fact that there's obviously a lot of different kinds of insects. So, yeah. But this was a lot of fun. It was great seeing the general take his stand and do the right thing and everything. He just proves himself to be a great moral guy who is doing, like, doing what's right, even if it means he's going to get arrested for it, and he accepts that. He's like, you guys can go ahead and arrest me now. It's like, I have become a full-blown traitor to the king's army. It's like, that's what's gonna happen. So yeah. And that is kind of what forced Zayu to come into action here. So it's pretty interesting to see, like, just how little certain aspects of this were in this. Like, the swimmers were very minor in this series, clearly. But I wonder if they're going to have more to do in the second half of this once it does start to go into new shit. I mean, I guess we'll see. But, yeah. Interesting. Lots of interesting stuff. Some great moments in this. I love BL's just walking up to the insect man. It's like, look here, you little shit. Just gets bitch slapped. It's like, that's funny. That's really funny. um, but yeah, if he actually does go all out, I mean, he can easily take them. It's just a matter of getting to that point. Excuse me. So, I assume we have to see that here. And then once we get to the second arc, it's going to be really interesting to see like the new shit that comes from that. Because that I will be just completely blind on, like more so than this, where it's just like, oh, I've forgotten a lot of it, most of it, but I have read it before. No, with this new stuff, it's like I'll be completely blind, so that's going to be so exciting. But yeah, I like I said in the pre-thoughts, I really wish more people were into this series. It's so goddamn good. But all of that being said, just as a reminder, we do have a lot of great other content on the channel. Every Monday through Friday, we do a plethora of shows that we react to, and on Mondays, we also very specifically get to YouTube stuff. Every Saturday and Sunday, we do movie reactions. Those are recorded earlier in the week, but uploaded on the weekends so that every day has something going on for it. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're also putting up a Let's Play of Spider-Man 2 on the PS5. Really enjoying that one as well. Hope you are, and hope you continue to find something that you can really sink your teeth into on the channel. Things are always changing and rearranging, so there's always something for everyone. That all being said, though, thank you as always for tuning in. If you have any comments, any thoughts, anything you want to say about the episode, please leave that down below. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.